I've been into climbing and photography for quite a while now, but I've never really gotten a chance to get out and shoot climbing until recently. I just got a new job with the Iowa State University Rec Services, and because of that job, I was able to actually get out and shoot a top rope competition a few weeks ago. I thought it was pretty fun. I actually got a chance to get up on the wall and shoot top-down shots of climbers, edit a short highlight reel, and take a few pictures. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what went well, what didn't go so well, and what I can improve on for next time. But first, let's roll that highlight reel. So to start off, one of the things that went pretty well on this shoot was I did have that prior experience climbing, like I mentioned earlier. And with any kind of sports photography, whether it's like football or soccer or climbing or whatever, it really helps to have a little bit of understanding of how the sport works so you can anticipate the next shots and really connect with your subjects a little bit better. Like for climbing in particular, if you see someone resting on the wall, you might expect them to chalk up and then get ready for climbing. But that might be a cool shot because you've got that chalk dust floating through the air and you might want to get that shot. So just being able to know what's going on next in the sport really kind of helps you anticipate the next photo that you might want to take. Another example would be that you're more able to read the route better, you like knowing where the climber is going to put their hands and feet. So if the climber has got like a heel hook coming next, you might want to change your framing so you've got their foot in the photo, you're not going to cut off their foot. And kind of related to that, one thing I was super excited to learn for this shoot was jugging ropes. If you don't already know what that is, it's basically a safe way of just ascending a rope straight up without using any climbing holds or feet or anything. And it's basically essential if you want to be a climbing photographer or do any sort of climbing video because it allows you to get those top-down shots instead of looking straight up on the climber. And those top-down shots are pretty much what everyone's going to want to see in climbing videos and climbing photography, so being able to jug ropes is super important. Another thing that went pretty well in this shoot was I had my camera tether pretty dialed. And this is something I'm not super used to, but with climbing you have to make sure everything is tied into your harness so there's absolutely no chance that it could fall and hurt someone below. And I'm a big fan of simplicity for this stuff, so to do it I just took a single piece of paracord and two carabiners, and that's basically it. So to do this, I just took the piece of paracord and tied a loop in one end, and that clips into your locking carabiner, and that goes straight into your harness. So that's always going to be locked and there's no chance of that paracord slipping off the carabiner. And you're going to take the other end of your paracord and basically just tie that into your camera strap mount right here. So you'll loop it through, and I'll just tie a stopper knot in the end, so if you just pull on it, there's basically no way that's going to pull through the camera strap. So you've got it secure on this end, you've got it secure on this end, and this is never leaving your harness, so that's not going to come off. Now the only thing is, if you drop your camera, it's going to fall this far, which is not really ideal. So just for ease of use, I guess, I'll tie a second knot right here, closer to the camera. So you've got that loop right here. And I'll just clip that into another carabiner. And then if I want to just let go of the camera and do something else, I can just clip this into my harness instead of it dangling this far. So being able to tether your camera to your harness, super important for climbing. You don't want to drop anything when you're out shooting. So now to get into a few things I could improve on for next time. To start, I wasn't really the fastest at jugging because I just learned that day, so that's something I really want to focus on more and just get better at. And another thing, I had the tether pretty down, but I want to improve my system for carrying the camera when I'm not taking photos. So what I did was I had a camera bag just tied into my harness, and it was kind of loose and just flopping around when I was jugging. So I'm probably going to look into other methods of carrying the camera so it's a little more secure. Another thing I want to improve on for next time was that I was using a brand new camera that I haven't used, and that was the Canon EOS R. It's basically a rental from work. And I wasn't really confident using the eye autofocus or the tracking yet, so I wasn't really getting every shot in focus and sharp. And that's something that just comes with practice. So I'm just going to get out and use that camera more, shooting different sports, and just try out those different autofocus modes. And with that practice, you'll just get a little bit faster at using the camera. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to try to get out and shoot climbing more often and maybe post more videos similar to this. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you want to stay up to date with the channel, give me a subscribe, and I will see you in the video next week.